Okay, so this was all the zinnias that I had, and a mistake. Number one, I put all of them at the same time. I used most of them, but a lot of them I couldn't because there was too many at one time. So I'll definitely will be doing succession planting. And Rebecca is obviously starting to shoot from the bottom again, so I won't have as much. I'll try and do half of it. I'll remove half of it and leave half of it and see what happens, because there's quite a bit of Rebecca here that I don't know, I didn't use. I don't know why not. People were not that impressed by it. This pink one, well, I'll something keeps eating it. I'll leave it and see what happens. So this part of the garden, the zinnias, they're gone a bit funny. Yeah, that's zinnia. And amaranth, what a disaster. I could not use much of it at all. It just, I don't know, nobody liked it, and I think I'm going to be pulling all of it out, so that way I'll put something else in here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. Probably just chop it and leave it, but I'll see. What the lupus is starting to sort of come up again, so probably what I'll do, I'll just chop it to the ground and leave it and see if it comes back again. My raspberries, I will have to cut them, and I'll have to think of something, because you can see here, this year I did not touch one raspberry. The birds got to it before I did. So this time what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a net or something over it so the birds can't get to it, like I did with the strawberries. Oh, I cheated them out of strawberries this year. So here's the look of what I have to do. I've done the front, the dahlias. I've done most of it, or just about all of it. I left some, I'll show you. Already done. We are finished. All of it. So that's the bundles on the side, and that side. This is the snapdragon that I planted about 2 weeks ago. They're kicked off. They're looking good. They enjoy the cold. Not bad at all. It looks like all the ranunculus that I planted the other week. They're doing well. So this would be a second week. So they're all upright, and I think they're doing all right. Here is another bed. I left this half. If you recall, I had some really little one left last time I was planting, so what that would do, I will just, once they grow, I will plant them in here, and hopefully that bed there, because it's got bits and pieces, and I'm just going to clean it up, top it up, and put the rest of the ranunculus in there to grow. That's my nectarine, actually. I bought it in the shop somewhere, obviously, and I put a pip in there last year, and to my surprise, during the year, this year was growing, and it's up to that, so I'm going to leave it. Not pulling it out at all, just leave it there. So that way we'll keep, in summer, I will have a shade for here, so it will keep everything shaded. That's the ranunculus seedlings. Ranunculus. Oh, please excuse my pronunciation. When I had them in that shonky looking greenhouse that I have, they started going funny. So I pulled them out and they just kicked off, right off. And same here. I've got a bit of snapdragon in there, but the rest is all ranunculus. So let's see what happens. Well, this year they're not going to do much, just enough to grow, so hopefully I will put it in a place where I don't have to move them, and they will grow and stop, you know, die out at their own accord. Let's hope. So let's talk about strawberries. I will have to come out and pick some strawberries and replant, and they're going up that way a bit. This is another pear tree, so it's getting there slowly, but I'll have to chop it down a little bit, but I won't do it this year. I'm gonna just let it grow and see which way it wants to go, and then just thin it out and fix it. But strawberries, I have to come in and deal with them before this winter is over, because the runners are heading in a direction I want them, which is up this hill. And yeah, I've got some potatoes. I never take them all out. I just leave them in. They're perpetuous. They keep coming up and up. So they're all right. That's the chipping that I've done. I bought a new chipper. I'll show you. So I've pulled the Cosmos because this year it just didn't do well. It just got sick, and it just went funny on me. So I think in the corner I've got something in there. Let's see what it is, if we can. Oh, yellow. Okay. So we'll see how well that does. Oh, amaranth, look at it. They're just everywhere. Okay. So that stays. And what happens is, you see there's plastic there from the neighbours. What happens is when the rubbish man comes and collects the rubbish, all the rubbish flows out onto my yard for some strange reason. Okay, so I chopped that one. I've chopped all the things that I wanted to chop, which is I've gone blank. Anyway, I'll put it on the thing. Oh, look at it. That's my silver suede. Amaranth. Oh, just chockers. I've got some last year's status that was left over, so I left it alone, and I'll see how it goes. If I don't like it, I'll just pull it. I don't know what that's called, but I know it's a beautiful, I'll figure out the name. I'm gone blank today. Okay, so this is where my dahlias were. As I said before, all the neighbours' rubbish flies over here when the wind blows. So I use the chipper that I got at Bunnings, of course, and it really is a good chipper. It's, you know, it's not a industrial, but for a garden it does well. I left these ones because they're still flowering and the bees love them, so I'll just leave them till they stop themselves. But they've got so many buds, and I left, I'll show you, there's that one that's finished and few here, so I can use the seeds and see what happens, what comes out. Last year I did, and I was not impressed. This cafe au lait I bought at Bunnings, it's supposed to be that one, but it's nothing like it. Honestly, it's the same as this one, so never mind. So this is one of them that I got from the seeds last year, and of course these are my girls here. They're doing their thing, still collecting pollen, so I just leave them alone. They're all right for the winter. Up at the top I have to go, I don't know, a lot of people say to leave the bulbs till they die totally, the greenery dies, so I'm going to leave it. I've got a fig, peach there. This is 3 or 2 types of pear. I've got, as you can see, one is Nashi and one is just one of those nice pears, because see they're both there. That is a mulberry tree. It's just that here I don't get much. The birds. This is a plum. Let me see what kind of. Yep. There we are. It's a nice plum. It won't let me take a photo of it or tape it. So that's supposed to be a nice plum. So hopefully this year I will have enough. And that's my quince. So let's go on a footpath. Oh, that's my roses are not doing that crash hot in here. It's very windy, and they don't like it. The wind howls. That's pomegranate. It's looking good. Hopefully this year I'll have some. You see the rose just doesn't look good. I've got my Shasta daisy. I actually got a couple of cuttings, or I pulled some. I went and asked my neighbour down a few streets. I went for a walk and I saw it. I love Shasta daisies. They are beautiful. I noticed here they don't use them, but in Europe they love them. Here they don't know how to use them because they're really nice. They're big and see, that's what they are when the bugs don't attack it, but it's really nice. Yeah. I've got a whole lot of lavender. I left that for seeds because that's the only reasonable one that looks nice, and it's still flowering. My lavender. Okay, so that's my I can't think of a name today. I just can't think of names. Passion fruit, yes, passion fruit. I picked about 5. I was supposed to make a I don't know, something that will sort of come along and just sort of spread along there and cover that, and it's just not never got to it to do it like everything else. What do we do first? So here, that's my footpath. I've got some growing. They're getting there. Hopefully I will have leucadendron. That's the big ugly looking gum tree that keeps on falling every time there's a big wind, which will fall down. And well, I'm waiting for it. And this is Blushing Bride. I've got some dahlia. It's yellow and it's I don't like it. So, and that was from the seeds I got, and I did not like it, so I put it out. Proteas, they're doing well actually. I have some proteas there, and yeah, very happy. This is the other big gum tree. It's really, really nice. That I like. That I'm not going to do anything to it. Leave it alone. So, yep, that's... I hope you enjoyed the tour with me. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you next time.